Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Krishna Gopal. In this video, we are going to discuss about the list set dictionary comprehension. In the last video, we have discussed about the set, dictionary, tuple and mostly Python data structure we have discussed already in the last video. So if you not watch my last video, then please go and watch the Python data structure video that are most useful and become very important when we deal with some data analysis project in our Python. So let's start today's video. I'm going to take some examples and we'll explain you first the list comprehension, then we see the set, and then we see the dictionary comprehension. So I talk about the list comprehension, then its syntax is very simple. You have to put the brackets, you have to write the expression that what you want from your program, then you have to write the for loop, and if some condition you have, then you can write here the condition. You can understand better with the help of an example. So example 1, we have to print the number which are greater than 5 from the list. So this is the first example. First I will show you how you can write this, how you can print the number which are greater than 5 without using the list comprehension, and then we will convert this code into the list comprehension and we'll learn about this. So let me write first few lines of code how we can print this number which are greater than 5 from this list. For this I have to be traversed throughout the list, so I need to use the for loop. So for loop I have to use, so for num in list 1 I have to put the condition that if num is greater than 5, then it's print the num. So we can see 41, 8, 88, 34, 32, 11 are the numbers which are greater than 5. So here we write the 3 lines of a code. This is the simple way how we used to write the code, but now we have to make a little bit smart here. We have to reduce these 3 lines into the 1 line, and that's where the list comprehensions comes in the handy way. So how you can use the list comprehension, let's learn here. So let's convert these 3 lines into the single line. So put in a bracket. Now what you want to print? You want to print the number. So you have to write here number. Then you have to be traversed through the list. That means you have to use the for loop. So for num in list 1. Okay, for num in list 1, there is a condition. What's your condition? That number should be greater than 5. So you have to write the condition if num is greater than 5, and then just print it. So you can see here we can get a list that have the number which is greater than 5. So this is the way we use the list comprehension. Another advantage is what? Sometimes we have to write the lot of lines in the code. So in place of the lot of lines, if it is we are not dealing with the billion of elements in the list, we can use the list comprehension which can reduce that 3 lines into the 1 line. So this is important to learn, and it's make you faster and you will enjoy the coding here. So this is the way how we print it. I hope you understand the list comprehension. Now move to the second example, because how much example we do, that much it will become the clear to us. So example 2 is the print the name from the name collection whose letter start with the A. So I have a name collection which I have the names like Ram, Krishna, Gopal, Akash and Aryan. I have to print the name whose letter start with A. First we write this program without using the list comprehension. Then after this we will convert into the list comprehension. So let first write. So for name in name collection. Okay, for name in a name collection we have to be traverse through this list, and I have to be check if name dot starts with, I think this is the condition. Sorry, I have to be then print the name. So we can see the Akash. So again we have to convert these 3 lines into the single line. Now we can convert it in a easy way. So first put the bracket. Now write the name, because you have to print the name. Then write the for loop now. So for name in name collection, what's your condition? Your condition is your name starts with A, small a. Your name starts with A. So you have to be print, you get the name Akash. So this is the way. But see here you are using only the if condition. Now suppose you want to use the else condition also. So here I will show you how you can use the else condition. So when we have to use the else condition, in the list comprehension, so we no need to write the condition at the end. We write the condition here after this, after our variable. So name, after the name we have to put the first if condition, that it to print the name if it start with small a, else it will print the none. So it will print the none to us. So none, 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 Akash, none. So that's the way you can use the if else also in the list comprehension. How much examples you do here, that much you become easier to use it as in your coding, as in your data analysis. So okay, I hope you understand this. Let's move to the example third. So example third is an interesting example, and this kind of a coding I use in my of analysis also. So suppose you are working in some Amazon review, you are dealing with the Amazon review data set. So you get in a data set which have a ranking like from 1 to 10. So base of 1 to 10 you have to be classified in the different category like good, great, neutral and bad. So here I taken a list, but this is the same thing what we do when we have a reviews, and we have to be classified in the different classes here. So this is the list. So I want my list should give me the grade if the value is greater than 1. It should neutral if value is equal to 0, good if value lies between 0 and 1, and bad if its value less than -1. So let me write this first with the help of your what to say, like simple Python programming, and then I will show you how you can write with the help of the list comprehension also. So I have a list 3. This is the same list I have here, so I have to print these things. So first I have to be traverse, and I have to be check the numbers condition here. So firstly we write here for num in list 3. Now check, put the condition if num is greater than equal to 1, then it should print the grade. Okay, so this is our the program we write here with the help of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So 11 lines we have to be write for this program to classify the numbers in the different classes. But this same thing we can do in a single line with the help of the list comprehension. So let me explain firstly with this what I did. I traverse through this list. If I check the number greater than equal to 1, it will print the great. If number is between 0 and 1, it print good. 0, it will print the neutral, and if it is less than equal to -1, it will print the bad. So here I use elif. Elif, you already know that it will simultaneously check the else then if condition. So is that something we have elif in the list comprehension? My answer is no. We have nothing like that. We can use the elif in the list comprehension, but we can use the if else, if else, if else. That's the way we have. So that's the way I'm going to tell you how you can use the if with the multiple else and then again if. So let's me write this into the list comprehension way. What we have to be print, we have to print the grade. Okay, we have to print the grade if number greater than equal to 1. Clear? Number greater than equal to 1, it will print us grade. Else means now it's come to the elif block, so it should print the good. When it print the good if our number lies between the 0 and 1, then it will print us good. Then again the else, again we come to the third point, again we come here, that number is 0. So what we have to print here, neutral. So else it will print the neutral. Okay, if number equal to 0, it should print the neutral. Then again we come through this block, elif block, then again we put the else. But now we have the last condition, so simply I can put if number is not coming in these condition, then definitely it is a bad. So definitely it is a bad. So I write the else, it should print the bad, and where we are checking this condition, we are checking this condition in the list. So we are traversing through the list, so we have to be write the for loop also here. So for num in list 3, so here we are writing, and now let's check, we get the same result what we already have written. So this is okay, we get the great, bad, neutral, great, neutral, bad, same result. So this 11 lines of the code you convert in the single line, but maybe in the first time you feel it's a little bit hard, but if you rewatch this again this part, then you can understand what we did here. We write we first write what we need to print, we write the condition. If it is in the condition satisfy, then it will write, otherwise it will come to the else block. So and then in the simple we write the for loop at the end. So already I told there is no direct elif construct when we use the list comprehension. We have to write in this way. So I hope this example is clear to you. So now let's come to the example 4. Example 4 is what to tell is telling about the convert the nested list into the flat list. So what is the nested list? We have the list inside the list. So that's called the nested list. So what we need to do, we have like this list and we have to make the flat list, that's all the list inside the list will convert all the elements in the single list. Suppose I have this list 4 which have the first list 1 2 3 and second list ABCD and the third list is 3 4 5. So this list 4 contain the 3 list itself, so 3 list inside it. So that's the reason list 4 is a nested list. Now what I want to print, what I want to convert, this nested list I want to convert in the flat list. Flat list means what? Inside the list I don't want to see inside list, I want to see one list which have the all the elements. So very easy, you can do this one with the help of the simple coding, but directly I will show you how you can write this one with the help of the list comprehension. So what I need to do, here I'm going to traverse 2 times, because one time the first big list 4, then inside list I'm going to traverse, that is I'm going to use the 2 for loops. So first I write this bracket, that this bracket I want to write here, and I want to convert this list into the simple list. So suppose y, okay, y. So first I want to traverse through the big list. So first I have to write this for loop. So for x in list 4, okay. So this x is traversed through this list 4. So when x start traversing, so it's reach in this list, so I have to be traversed then inside this list and take the element and put in the outside list, that is our y. So what I need to do, I need to write again for loop now. So for y in not list 4, now we have to be traversed in the x, so that's the reason we have to be traversed through the x. So for y in x we have to be print this y here. So let's check it, we convert this flatted list into the flat list. So let's play with this example 4. Now suppose I want to put the if condition. What the condition I want to put? I want to see only that element whose length of list is greater than 3, that is I have the only one list whose length is a 4, so I want to see that final list only. So where I need to put the condition, for x in list 4 it will traverse in the list 4, then for y in x, now this x is also the list, so I want to write the condition here, because before that it should check. So what I need to write, if length of x is greater than 3, then it should print. So let's see what the ABCD, I will get this result. So like this you can play. So we have discussed the 4 example till now, and I hope all the 4 example make sense to you. If you not understand any of the example, if you not understand how we can write in the list comprehension, then feel free to write me in the comment section, or let me know what's the doubt you have, then I can help you in the better way. So that's the part of the list comprehension. That's enough from my side to discuss the 4 example. If you have doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Now move towards the set comprehension. So what is the difference between the list comprehension and the set comprehension? There is a, I will say there is a nothing as a difference except this bracket. If you see okay, where the set comprehension, yeah, if you see this expression and if you see this expression, only the bracket have a difference, except that there is a no difference. So how we use the list comprehension, same we going to use in the set comprehension, just we are going to put the curly bracket in place of the this simple bracket. So what I need to show you here, I want to get all the words from this article which are the unique words. So when we going to use the unique word, we can use the set, because set not contain the duplicates in itself. So we can use the set in that place, whereas if you use the list, it will have a duplicacy. So what I need to do, I have to be defined first, I have to be and I want all the words in the lowercase. So first I will fetch all the words from this, convert them in the lowercase and split in the different and then put in the set. So let's see how we do this one. So word equal to words equal to, you have an article, you can put the lower, so all things will convert in the lowercase and then you can split it, okay. So if you print the words here, you can see these are the words. So these words are in the list and there is a duplicacy, okay. I want only the unique word, so I can use the here set operation. So I can convert the set operation from here, so that is defining the set 1 and how we can get the unique words. So word for word in words, okay, and it should print the set at the end. So here we can use the set to get the unique words. Now if I want to put the if condition, same like what we did in the list, same thing we have to be do in this set comprehension also. Suppose I want to see the word which have the length 2. So if length of word is equal to 2, I want that. So these are the words whose length is only 2. That is the that is the set comprehension. You can get this output by just writing the simple program also. Same way how you write the list comprehension, in the same way you have to be write the set comprehension. All things are same. You have to be write the curly braces here in the place of the bracket, what we use in the list. So I'm not going to discuss in the details about it because it's look much more similar what we already discussed in the last 4 examples. So I hope you clear the set comprehension, but if you have any doubt, if you not understand anything, then just let me know in the comment section so I can help you in a better way. Now moving to the dictionary. So dictionary is a key value pair. Keys are the unique and values can be the duplicate. So how we write that dictionary comprehension? We know how we can write the list comprehension, set comprehension, but how we can tackle this key and value at the same time, that what we're going to learn in the dictionary comprehension in this part. So if you remember, we have a name collection, we have the several names in this list, okay. This is the list which already we defined. What I want to print here, I want to see say the word is Ram. I want to print its length also with the Ram. I want to print the Krishna length also. What is the length of the Krishna in with respect to the word? So I have to print all the length with respect to the word. So how we can do this one? We can simply create one dictionary. We have this name collection in the list already. So let's see how we can write. So directly I'm going to use here. So what I want to print here, that is a name, and what I want to see the length. So length of name here, okay. And where we are traverse in the name collection. So for name in name collection, if you see, you can see the Ram have the 3, Krishna have the 7, Gopal have 5, Akash have 6 and Aryan have the 5. So these are the length of the word, okay. So this is the way we can use the dictionary. I hope once you understand, once you become the master to use the list comprehension, then it becomes the very simple work for you to write the set and the dictionary as in the comprehension. So this is the thing. Now suppose one thing more I want to show you here. What I want to show you, suppose I want to put the numbering. So what numbering I want to put? So what's the numbering I can put? I can put the name and I can put the number. So what I need to here, for I comma name in enumerate. Enumerate is a function we already have discussed, and you should know what the enumerate function do. So enumerate, we can use the enumerate in the name collection, and let's see what the answer we get. So Ram at the 0, Krishna at 1, Gopal at 2. It is telling it their position in the list. So enumerate help us to traverse the list with the word and the index position. So it telling the in this name collection, in this list, Ram have the at the 0 index and the Akash at the 3rd index. So this also once time we revise here. So I think you understand about the list, set and dictionary comprehension. And again I'm telling, if you have any doubt then let me know in the comment section so I can help you in the better way. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video then please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and we'll meet you soon in the next video.